Kentrell, you don't talk to me or you don't talk to your kids. Quit playing on me on this internet. I let you lie on me too many times. I went down there when you did that video with that man. That man wasn't in your kitchen while I was in your kitchen. Quit playing on me, bro. I don't give a you don't never call me. Just stop lying on me, bro.
Man, here we go, bro. The drama just don't quit, man. Hey, but y'all like that shit, man. What it is, what it do, what it be like. Welcome back to What the Hell the News, or everything we react to. You gonna be like, what the hell? Nah, man. We reacting to Seth and Nash. And this video was about the recent interview NBA Youngboy did with Funny Marco. You feel me? If you didn't see that interview, I'll link it in the description of this video right here. But basically, it was a part of the interview. He spoke about his mom, and if you been listening to NBA Youngboy, you feel me? He have talked about his relationship with his mom throughout his music. You feel what I'm saying? Through the years, and he have said that his relationship is rocky with his mom. You feel what I'm saying? If you listen to the music, and so in his interview, he basically said, he don't really talk to her like that. Far as like he don't really have a strong relationship with her. You feel what I'm saying? And so, she took word, she got word of it, and she didn't take it kindly. She responded. You feel me? Directly to him. And I guess he heard it and he responded back to her. So this got the internet, going crazy right now. You feel what I'm saying? So man, we're gonna react to this and see what's good with it, because I've seen some points of the interview, but I didn't see all of it. You feel what I'm saying? So I can't really tell you, what is what. You feel what I'm saying? But hey, we finna dive into it, man. Let's get it.
Damn. NBA Youngboy and his mama beefing? Lord.
I think my relationship with my mama used to be a big part of my anger. And so I told myself, like, it's just certain you can't fix. Like, certain people you're not going to just bond with in a way that you expect, or the way that you would desire. Basically, just long for and just hope for. So I started loving my mom from a distance. Like, today, I never even, speak to her again.
Hey, he do got a point with that. Not speaking on his situation with his mom, but like just family. I'm just saying, like, it is like some people, bro, in your family, you just can't cope with. You feel me? You just can't. You try, but it just seemed to not have no connection there. You feel me? So I get what he's saying when he said that. You feel what I'm saying?
Like, we'll never talk again. I know this for a fact. But I love her. Like, I care. Mm-hmm. I hope she know that, too. I want her to know that. It ain't got nothing to do with no dollar. It ain't got nothing to do with my trauma no more. Or something that I was supposedly angry about. Just love him. Cause grandma deeply.
Well, y'all seen in the beginning how the mom reacted, and she went off. We just gonna keep it fair, square, obvious, and honest. Not only did she go off, he jumped on the internet with Funny Marco like, hey, bruh, you slick left me in the cold. And a lot of people are looking at Funny Marco like, bruh, you an enabler. But just listen, we gonna make it make sense in just a moment.
I done came across this with my Iranian dad. You supposed to come to my defense and help me out, but you won't get on that southern come. Man, that lady know damn well I ain't say nothing about her wrong. All I said, I never talked to that lady again. She go on that flash and talking about don't lie on me and this and that. Then, bro, you watch. She say she was right there while we did the interview. Man, this lady is fucking mentally. But just like me though, she ain't never been a fucking career day in her life. You watching this shit.
Yeah.
You really watch it? What the fuck is, man? Stop playing me, man. Man, say, man, story, look. I ain't gonna even do it. Hey, just leave it alone. And it ain't right. It ain't right. It ain't right.
Damn. man, they got to be the worst feeling ever, bro. To like not have a real bond, like a real silent relationship with your mother. You know, like the woman that birthed you in the world. And there's a lot of people around the world just like this, even worse though. You feel what I'm saying? And I know some, you know, or with the father. You feel me? But the mom hit different. You know, to not have that real relationship with your mom, that shit do something to you mentally. You feel what I'm saying? I don't know if people know that or not, but you know. And so they can explain, you know, why he probably acts out and used to act out. You know, that can definitely be a reason. You feel what I'm saying? And that's not to make excuses and things, but that's that's facts. You feel me?
Son, it ain't right, bro. Everybody want to respond to me. Damn, damn, nothing, nothing. Now I can't go back to sleep with you. I ain't say nothing wrong about this.
I know you didn't say nothing wrong about it. You didn't say nothing?
Nah, real talk, I ain't say nothing wrong about this stuff. All I said, I never talked to this bitch again. She come on there talking about my kids. What the fuck my kids got to do with anything? You dumb. What the fuck is wrong with you, man? It's gonna say she was right there while we did the interview. Bitch, you ain't never been in a career day in your life. A lot of
Yeah, man. You could tell it's something like from when he was young. You feel me? Cause the way he just saying, he calling her all her name and just talking to her, like you can tell, you know, it ain't no relationship there. You know, like he love her, you know, but it's just something. You feel what I'm saying? That she done whatever it is, you know, cause to call your mom out her name like that, like god damn, you feel me?
people don't even know my relationship with this my grandma face. This stupid that's in my face before. She ain't got no love for that, you know. Then I okay, say, gonna get on this bitch say, oh, when I see him, I'm gonna beat his.
Oh, so that's what it is, gang. If y'all heard that, he say she spit it in his face before. Damn, that's deep, bro. To spit in your child's face, and that probably happened before he was even famous. I'm pretty sure it was. So that's definitely part of the reason. You feel what I'm saying? Some things you just not gonna forget, and you can't forget. You know, damn.
What he said about his mom, boy, I would kill your stupid. You better ask her. You better ask her, man, I'll kill your stupid. Then X got me so mad, he gonna post that stupid. You dumb. I like, but all you had to do is call me and I could tell you, brother, they never been a career day and I like, can't you see she attention seeking? Man, y'all better leave me the fuck alone. That's what the fuck y'all better do, nigga. Okay.
And I really need y'all to stick to the end on this one. This one of them ain't shit no help Nash out days. Just stay to the end because it's going to make a lot more sense. Because his mom decided to get on the internet and flash off. Roll it.
I thought this was the video y'all made in Utah. When I was down there in front of Mike was down there, I thought you said that in that video. When Funny Marco came to Utah and you were supposed to be doing the interview with him, and when I was at your house in the kitchen and he was there, I thought you said that in Utah. I thought this was that video. No, I ain't never been Korea. So you ain't gonna never make me out no liar about nothing. So keep my name out your mouth. And yeah, you said something bad. You always talking bad on me.
Now, the way the internet goes, unfortunately, it's clip what is interesting. We love drama. I don't care if you somebody who's a super macho, I don't like drama or anything like that. Yes, you do. Because if you watch some sports games and it come down to the last second, that's drama. For the ladies, I ain't even got to explain that to y'all. I already know this shit like a goddamn dictionary. So, let's give the entirety before y'all trash NBA Youngboy. And if you go, well, Nash, you like NBA Youngboy, so you biased. Then you can call me out on my bias now, but I want to tell the truth. I don't care if I like the person or not.
How do you like being a father?
I love it. I feel like me not having my dad there, in and out of my life, I feel like I understand how important that is. Like, you only get one father and one mom.
Right. Tell me about your daughter.
Oh, my God.
Hey, y'all gotta look at the interview, bro, cause this one weird, awkward interview, bro. If y'all haven't seen it, I ain't see the whole thing, but I seen like this little part here, and it was a point to where I guess he pissed YB off, and this nigga got to asking him questions. Like he became the interviewer. He got the interview in front of Marco. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why he asking him this, during this part of the interview, and he asked him some other things too. Like I was like, God damn, what like ain't he interviewing him? You feel what I'm saying?
2 daughters.
The oldest one.
My oldest one.
Mm-hmm.
We got a great relationship because I raised her brother before I had her. So, and I feel like I want to have a better connection with her, but her mama have a view on me, and she's want to paint that to our child. And that's what I, disconnect from, because even her mama, I respect her mama and what she got going on. And just because you disagree with me don't mean you have to take something away that we both created. I would never want to get around my kids and make them feel like your mama is this way. I feel like you should be your mama how you should view her. And I'm going to be a dad.
For sure.
So, I mean, my father, with him being in and out of prison and having much respect, I feel like a lot of people wanted me to follow his footprints. Because once he got taken away, it was just like, that's all I had. And a lot of people wanted me to be like him, but I knew where it end up, and it just wasn't my heart. So I always wanted to take out there what he left, so I was always bringing my little brothers in and carrying them, because that's what he'd want me to do. And I know he wasn't a bad guy, but even when he died at his funeral, it was hard for me to cry, because I know what he did to people who happened to him. It's part of life.
Right. Yeah, that's how that should be. Montana, my father. I miss my fucking dad. I've been calling Montana my father. That's like my blessing from God. I always wanted a father. My biological daddy. That's me and his father. His name Jeffrey and Jill. Both our name Contrell. I'm the oldest. But I respect my daddy. Even though I barely know him, I respect him and I love him. And I remember.
If y'all don't know who Montana is, that's the red guy who always used to be wrong YB, during the early part of his career. But he like a he would be like a, what you call it, like a manager, I believe. You feel me? I believe that's his manager, But they always had like a strong bond, a strong relationship. So he always been calling him his daddy. You feel me?
From the times I have got the chance to be around him, like it probably was just 3 times out of my whole life, and I was little. I remember everything, like just that I seen from him and shit like that. But I respect my dad. I make sure when I get on the phone with him, I call him father. I don't never let that nigga have no thug, no sad moment. Like, I know for a fact, like, I'm always gonna be a highlight to his life.
Mm-hmm.
Really, all of us. My dad a real gangster. I'm talking about a real gangster.
And do you feel like it was pushed on you to take out his footsteps?
Not at all. I'm thankful for how the story went, man. I wouldn't redo shit. You know, I'm thankful for who I am today. And I accepted everything. Like, just want to move forward. He'll be home soon. Everything will be okay. Everything will be okay.
And for the fellas, please stay to the end. Y'all know I know how to close these videos out. But the thing is this. This was a conversation that starts with the pops, then it leads to the mom. Because obviously, they're just having a conversation. This isn't really an interview. This is a whole entire conversation in Lord. This is where people should have showed a lot more, but they decided not to.
You close with your mom?
I feel like we close, but I feel like we can be closer. And it's hard to connect with her because I try to bring her from getting out of survival mode. And my mama, she only followed what her mama showed her. You know, footsteps in Section 8, so
That's crazy.
I was just one of those kids I remember us getting Wi-Fi and the neighbor asked for the password and I give it to him. And I'd have pissed my mama off. And she always used to just say, like, this is ours. So, and it was always us against them. And she didn't really teach us how to love other people. But I get to experience my grandma. My grandma was more open. My grandma was love in church.
You know, I think my relationship with my mama used to be a big part of my anger. I call Monique my mama, but Lord knows I need Sharonda. It ain't got nothing to do with no dollar. It ain't got nothing to do with my trauma no more. Or something that I was supposedly angry about. Just love him. Cause that's my grandmother's daughter. And I love my grandma deeply.
Do you remember how you and your grandma relationship?
Mm-hmm.
She used to pick you, like, how would she come into your life?
Fucking right. Say it one more time.
I said, how did she come in your life? I remember, because I got close to my grandma more when my daddy passed away. And I remember her, you know, she always remind her of my daddy.
I always been with my grandma. Let me talk. Throughout my whole lifespan, I probably stayed with my grandma 65% of the whole time. Probably.
Grandmas are heroes. Granddad is a hero. Grandparents are the heroes because they the only ones who can protect you from the person who might have, dare I say, put you on punishment, made you not like certain things. See, the love that you get from your parents is also the first time you get discipline. You get told no. Sometimes you get that to the hand. You rarely get that from your grandparents until you get a little bit older. But even then, when they talk to you, they're talking to you, not talking at you. See, a grandparent will ask you this: what were you thinking when you did this? Why did you believe this? How did you even get this? In all of those things. So you get the files of who, what, when, where, why out of a grandparent. When a parent typically talks to their children, they're at a you did wrong stage. And I'm going to be honest with you. It's wrong. Nash, you said don't check the kids or don't. Let me help you out. Kids don't start talking till they were around 2. So you believe in those first 2 years they did what? They did a lot of sleeping. They did a lot of BS. They had a lot of energy. They weren't focused. They don't know how to speak English. So really, that 2 years old, that's 1 year. So as they start to get up, when y'all hear the terrible twos, it's because their brain is getting bigger. And that function, that learning ability, that stuff that they're going through, the realization of hot versus cold, what hurts, what's joyful, all of these things within that 2 to 5 year span is massively important. And so they're yelling at kids and all of that stuff. It's wrong because they literally don't know. They don't know. How many times have you seen a kid do something, you go, I know, and y'all know. If you put a kid in the goddamn living room and they too quiet, they up to something. They have curious minds. So it's really on you to be a better parent, and that takes patience. But it's hard to be patient when the bills is due. It's hard to be patient with the stresses of life. So when it goes to the single parent, the absent parent gets an aura about them sometimes, not all the time, but the absent parent gets an aura about them that typically goes from, why are you not here, to you the reason he not here. Then it's the disappointments, or she not here, to the disappointments and all of these things. That's what it is. That's what happens. So unfortunately, sometimes it's deserved, but the other parent who is there gets a lot of the blame because they're required to do a lot more than the absent parent as far as the physical, as far as the promises and all this stuff. Yeah, I know there's a lot of dads right now watching, Nash, man, I give her $2,000 or $1,500 and all this shit, and she hold the kids hostage. And for those, I get it. For those, I understand. Trust me, I get it. I get it. I get it. And for the women who do that, that's on you, and you deserve all of that. But for those who aren't there, those who just purposely ain't there because of they just want to be a deadbeat, they can't handle what it is to be a parent, then you deserve the anger that you get. Tell whatever lie you want to tell. But more to it. The parent that's there gets all the blame for all the bad stuff as well as all the praise for all the good stuff. That's just how it goes. Man, this parent wasn't shit. This wasn't that. This wasn't that. And you just live with it. Fair or unfair. When it comes to NBA Youngboy, bro, I'm going to be honest with you. All you see, the more I watch him talk, the more I watch him operate, the more I see him, I just see a grown-ass kid who is successful, who doesn't understand nothing about life. So the love that he seeks, even the temporary love, is a person that's just reaching out who doesn't understand the concept of what it actually means for them. See, the adulation, the praise, and all this shit and everything, that's cool.
Yeah, because like to me, what Nash saying is like, you know, when you a kid and coming up, you not gonna like a lot of stuff being said, being told to you, you know, the discipline, the whoopings, you know, like especially being in a one parent household, you feel me? You you know, depending on how strict and what type of environment you in, you know, some people hold that over they parent heads forever, you know. But sometimes and in most cases, parents don't mean no harm. It's just the pressure, you know, especially a single mother. It's just the pressure of trying to do all these things, juggle all these things at once, you know. And you know, a lot of them be young and they trying to, you know, do all these things and be a parent as well. And so you really don't understand until you become older, and then you have kids, and now you can go back and be like, oh, I understand what my mom was talking about. Oh, now I get it now. You feel what I'm saying? You know, you might not agree with everything she did or said, but it's gonna be some things that you gonna be like, oh yeah, I get it now. You feel me? I get it now, because it's gonna come a time when you have kids. Yeah, man, you gon' go through it. It just is what it is. You feel what I'm saying? But man, I'm gonna cut this video right here because I guess he just talking. You know, all the clips ain't no more clips. You feel what I'm saying? But with this situation with YB and his mom, bruh, it just be like that sometime in life, bruh. You know, and it takes both people, you know, and it takes him. He's an adult now. He have kids, so it would take him to really wanna have the relationship with his mom that he never had, or he always wanted. You know, it would take him. You feel what I'm saying? Because you know, she's there, you know. Uh, yeah, man, crazy situation though, bro. Hopefully, you know, they get that straightened out. You feel what I'm saying? Cause you don't want to have this type of stuff on the internet, man. You feel me? Going back and forth with your mom, calling all her name, things like that, despite whatever happened. You feel me? That just ain't cool. You feel me? But yeah, man, y'all let me know down below y'all thoughts on this, man. Catch y'all on the next one.